One of the most important tools as a moderator is adding content to the webinar room. With Saba Meeting, you can upload anything from a PowerPoint presentation to an online video. To import a file, simply click on the tab Add Content at the top of the webinar meeting room. You can then choose between 4 options: File, Downloadable File, URL, and YouTube video. Let's start with the File option. You should click on this if you want to import something directly into the webinar session. When I click File, I can see the allowed files listed here. Notice that while there are a lot of different formats I can import, including text, HTML, JPEG, MOV, MP3, PPT, and so on, I cannot import a PDF or Word document. So just make sure that the files you would like to import are in the correct format. I then choose my desired content by searching for the file on my computer. As you can see, I'm now in My Documents, and I'm going to go into the folder Webinar and open this PowerPoint file here. I click OK, and I'm then prompted with a pop-up box where I can choose between 4 different formats. I'm going to choose JPEG because it gives me the best quality. I then choose Standard as the size, since I'm using a slightly smaller laptop screen. I now click OK. As you can see, the presentation has loaded here in the tab. The easiest way now to navigate within my presentation is to simply click on these arrows right here. Let's now have a look at the second Add Content feature, which is the downloadable file. You can choose this feature if you would like to insert a link to a specific file, so that during the presentation you can click on that link in order to download the particular file. We're going to go ahead and do this. So I'm now going to go back into the webinar folder and click on this PowerPoint presentation again. As you can see here, a new tab has opened under Agenda with the title of the presentation. So if I wanted to show the contents during my webinar session, I could right-click on it in order to open the file. Third of all, we have another option to insert a URL into the presentation. In this box, we can give the URL a title. For example, I will call it GIZ website, and then we enter the address into the URL box, www.giz.de. This is a good option if you would like to share and actually navigate a website with the other webinar participants, which is a really great way to make your presentation come to life. So we can see here that there's a GIZ website tab. Once we click on it, the website loads directly in the session. As you can see, it is a fully functioning site, and we can click on the various parts of the website as we would normally. This is now being shared live with all the other webinar participants. Finally, we can now look at the fourth option. You also have the possibility to insert a YouTube video into your presentation. First of all, let's save the URL of the YouTube video we would like to show. I've actually opened up a tab here on the right with the URL, which I'm going to now copy. I return to the webinar room, click on Add Content, and choose YouTube video. Another pop-up box opens. Here I'm going to choose the title, for example Saba Meeting, and then insert the URL that I just copied. You can see now that the YouTube video has opened in the tab on the right under Agenda. In order to play the video, I'm just going to open and click on this tab. All other webinar participants could view the video that I just played. In order to stop the video, I simply clicked back on this first slide, and this will be viewed by the other webinar participants as well. To navigate your different files, you can click on the various tabs like this, or use the arrow buttons here. This allows you to move easily between your content. You can also scroll between the different files by clicking on the drop-down list next to Add Content. Use these little arrows to navigate between your files. Finally, if you would like to delete the files, simply click Clear and respond to the question with Yes. You have now deleted all of your slides, and as you can see, you're back to the very original screen. This is the same view that the other participants will have too. You've now learned how to add and navigate content. To learn more about using other Saba Meeting tools, please click on the other screencasts.